I'm gonna go on a little rant again today. I think it's something that's really important. I saw some other content touching on it a little bit, and it's kind of something that my husband and I talk about a lot. And I gotta say, and I gotta give credit to him, he's got a really great grasp on this subject, and he teaches me a lot because I have a background coming from a totally different perspective, and I have a lot of trauma in my childhood, and so I grew up trying to understand things and the way that people work and the way that the brain works and how people are psychologically affected, and there might be some merit to it. That there is, I'll say, evidence for the way that the brain changes because of trauma. But to make this as brief as possible, our Messiah was casting out demons, right? When there's trauma, it gives them a foothold because there are changes and unforgiveness and hurt and all of these things, and it gives them a foothold to latch on. He wasn't going around saying, oh, they're just unstable. They have XYZ wrong with them, right? Sorry. And the scripture actually talks about generational curses too, right? They want to tell you that alcoholism, it just runs in my family. It's just in my DNA. It's just, he has a history of schizophrenia, or, my mom was bipolar too. So it's just the way I was born, right? But you have to be born again. You have to be renewed. You have to put the old person away so that you can become a new creature in HaMashiach. Yahusha wasn't saying, oh, let's get them to a hospital, let's get them to a doctor. He was speaking directly to the unclean spirits and casting them out. Right? They just knew. They knew back then if somebody wasn't, that they were demonically possessed or influenced in some way. You don't see anything in the scriptures about psychological issues. It's all attributed to demonic influence, and I'm struggling with this myself. I see things in myself. I have problems. I have issues, and I rely completely and solely on Yahusha to cast them out and free me of these things. There is a lot of hurt and trauma that still comes up, and I have to constantly forgive and forgive and forgive and not give any energy to the ones who are trying to feed off of my anger and unforgiveness. They're like parasites, right? They want to make you angry. They want you to stumble in your sin. They want to be able to have a foothold to see, like, see, there she goes. There she's yelling again. She's tripping. She's falling. And this is a real thing. So anyways, I just want to say thank you to my husband for always having this more heavenly mindset than I do. When you really have to get back to understanding things through scripture and not understanding things from a worldly perspective, because the world is never going to tell you the truth. That the world is part, the manifestation, right, of the beast system. It's never going to tell you the truth. Never. So stick to your scriptures, find truth and explanation for things in the scriptures. Stop identifying with worldly titles, right? See it for what it is so that you can overcome it. And I have to work on this myself. Again, I'm never saying anything that I don't need work on myself. And this is why I say it, because I feel like Yah has given me clarity on things. And I just want to be able to share and pass on what he shows me. I want to be a voice to my sisters and say, stop identifying with these labels. It's the same as like astrology. When you identify with your sun sign, you're taking on the characteristics and the traits of those demons, right? That's why you're like, oh my gosh, that's so me. I'm a Virgo. I'm a Aquarius. It's all demonic. You're binding yourself to the traits of those demons, and this is how they behave. It's the same with the mental disorders. If you say, I'm bipolar, I'm schizophrenic, you're coming into agreement with the demons that possess these qualities. When you say, I am a child of Yah, I am a child of I am, right? You have that life and death are in the power of the tongue. You have to speak life to yourself too. Stop using your tongue to identify with demonic behaviors. Go back to your scriptures. It's not a mental disorder. It's not. It's demonic influence. Call it for what it is. Be better. Be healthy.